Welcome to Agriculture Academy, where we show you how to start a profitable business in agriculture. Remember to like and subscribe so that you never miss out on any new videos. Beginning a goat rearing operation on your small holding may seem like a daunting endeavor, one that can be compounded if you have little or no experience in keeping goats. However, you need not fear. This video is jam-packed full of helpful tips that will help you on your goat rearing journey. For your own downloadable infographic, stick around until the end of the video. Let's get started. Tip 1. Pick a speciality. This tip is specifically tailored for those of you who are just getting started in their goat keeping journey. Goats are wonderful animals to rear on a small holding because they have so many uses. Dairy goats produce ample amounts of lactose-free milk, which can be consumed by people and infants with lactose allergies. The relatively high fat content of the milk makes it perfect for soap, yogurt and cheese crafting. Goat's meat is a lean, tasty source of protein. And you can also loan out your flock to clear bushy areas. While their uses are numerous, a beginner should focus on a single avenue. Rather invest all your attention and inputs into mastering one speciality before you consider another. Tip 2. Do your research. Just like dogs, there are so many breeds of goat, each of which with their own characteristics, strengths and drawbacks. A one-size-fits-all mentality does not apply to goat keeping. Some breeds might be more domesticated than others, and some may be able to produce more milk and meat. Other characteristics like size, weight and reproductive potential will also need to be taken into account. After you have decided on what speciality you are going to focus on, you can start picking the breeds best suited for your needs. Luckily, we have 2 videos to help you in your decision making. Check them out for 5 of the best meat and milk breeds you can consider for your homestead. Tip 3. There is safety in numbers. Because they are social animals, you should never keep a solitary goat. Instead, always make sure you have at least 2 in your herd at a time. Does can be kept in the same enclosure without any problems. Billy goats can be extremely difficult, but castrated goats, which are known as wethers, are much easier to manage. As long as you have multiple goats in your herd, your animals will feel a lot safer, and as a result your job will be far easier. Tip 4. Start small. Even if you are focusing on one speciality, there are many things that you need to learn before you can consider yourself an expert goat keeper. If you are rearing your goats for meat, then this tip is something you definitely need to take seriously. Billy goats are notorious for their rowdy, stubborn nature. They buck and challenge each other frequently and exude a less than pleasant odor. Even though does are easier to manage, they can produce copious amounts of milk and will birth at least 1 kid a year if covered by a male. This means that flock numbers can increase quite rapidly. This will result in an ever-increasing demand for shelter, food and other inputs. Therefore, it's best to start off with a couple of goats and add to your herd as your experience develops. Tip 5. Erect a sturdy enclosure. Never underestimate the escaping ability of your goats. Use a strong material to erect the pens and make sure your fence is at least 1.5 meters tall. Keep the mesh as fine as possible, and you can reinforce it with wood and chain. For your shed to be an adequate shelter for your herd, make sure at least 3 sides are enclosed and a roof must be provided to protect the flock from extreme weather. Be sure to construct your enclosure in a well-drained area to keep water from pooling. And that brings us to the end of our list of tips for keeping goats on your small holding. Do you have any other advice for our viewers? Please leave any words of wisdom in the comments section. As promised, you can also download your own copy of our infographic by clicking on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.